Our South Central Oklahoma gardening tour takes us to Carter County. We're just a little bit outside of Ardmore, and we're at the home of David and Pat Vineyard. And here to show us around this garden is Pat Vineyard. Hey Pat, welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's good to meet you.
Good to be at your garden. And Pat, as I look around your garden, I can tell that you're interested in gardening and art. And I'd just like to know, how long have you been gardening?
I have had this bed for about 6 years. I have had the vegetable garden for probably 13, 14 years. But I have just really got started on the ornamentals.
The last 6 years,
Yeah.
ornamental gardening.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell that you love it. You're doing a great job. I love the way you've placed a lot of plants in this garden. And I look back here and I see some purple millet, purple majesty,
Yes.
ornamental millet. And you grew this from seed, I understand?
I did.
Okay. And how do you start your seed for some of your plants?
Just right in the ground, right
Okay.
where they're at. That's
All right.
that's about the way I have the best luck with it.
Okay, that's a pretty easy way.
Yeah.
Well, right over here I see one of our former Oklahoma proven plants, little Mexican bush zinnia, and got some little white ray florets there, little orange centers, a great little heat tolerant annual. Is this the first year you've grown these, or have you grown them?
No, I've grown
before?
those before. Not
Okay.
right here, but in a different bed. I had grown those before several years ago.
All right, so at least a couple times in the last 6 years, I guess
Yes.
that's a plant you're going to
Yes,
stick with.
it's a very good plant.
Right up here we see the Russian sage, one of my favorite perennials. This is a perennial, just blooms throughout the growing season, very tough plant. I love that kind of lavender colored, airy panicle bloom that they have and the silvery foliage. Love the way you've got it placed in this garden with the rustic wood and the rock, and it goes well with all of these plants.
Thank you.
Well, right over here, I see you've got a lot of plants in containers.
I do.
And you like to recycle some of these garden treasures.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And
They work really good for containers. The old toolbox and the wagon, the wheelbarrow.
kind of those
That's real
rusty
good.
colors. Yeah, just goes well with the plants.
Right.
Okay, very well getting those placed in the garden. Well, another thing we see a lot of here in the vineyard garden is a lot of this metal sculpture, a lot of this type of artwork around the area. Pat, where did those come from? Where'd you get those?
Well, I made those.
You made all of these?
I did.
Wow, I'm really impressed.
Well, thank you. I took a workshop, a welding workshop from Freeman Lothridge last spring. And the reason I took it was because I wanted to make different things for my garden.
Okay.
And worked out really good.
Well, you are quite an artist. I really
thank
love
you.
some of the things we see around here. The people, the birds, and seems like that's kind of a theme you've gone with on a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of the birds. Yeah,
Okay.
I like the birds.
All right. Well, those are really nice, and again, that kind of that rusty color just blends well into the kind of the surrounding landscape, and in with all the beds and the plants you've got, and quite a number of those. Do you know about how many you have?
No, I don't.
So many you can't
sure
count.
don't.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Great works of art. Well, right up here is sort of a little garden shed or a little garden porch, and made of some rustic wood, and just gives you that great country look. And up in another part of the garden, you have another little garden cabin or garden shed, and that one has a story.
Yes, well, really they both do. They came from an old barn that we tore down at my mother's house. We tore it down one fall, and then the following spring we built the little houses out of the old barn wood.
Okay.
And they turned out really nice. We were real proud of them.
I think they did too. Very cute in the garden.
Right.
Okay. Well, Pat, down here I see a lot more garden area in your property here. Can we go take a look at it?
Sure, let's go.
All right. Pat, you have a number of island beds around your property. This one is very nice with all the plants and the sculptures and things like that. But right back here is an island bed where you've got a little corral and you've got a small herd of metal animals there. I really like that rustic wood fence. Where did you guys get the idea to do that?
We go to Tennessee, to the Smoky Mountains, on vacation a lot. And around the old cabins there, they have these old fences and that's the way they looked. So that's
Okay.
what we were trying to do with the
Recreate that.
longhorns.
Okay. And those logs, the way they're stacked there, are they attached in any way?
No, they're just stacked on top of each other.
Okay. And it works well.
It does. It looks real good.
It looks great. I love it. Well, right back here is a neat little combination. I just love the way the colors kind of blend here. You got the old outhouse with that weathered wood and the rust of the little piece of artwork there, and then this sulfur cosmos. Now, are these hard to grow? How'd you get
very
these?
easy. From seed. I planted my seed.
Okay, just right in that spot.
Right there.
Okay, it works so well. I just love the way those colors mix together.
Well, thank you.
Well, right up here, I see you've done something that I think is very clever. I see you've planted some mint in the garden, and I see you've done it the right way. You've got the mint corralled here. Of course, a lot of those mints will just spread so much in the garden by those underground stems, but you've got them planted in these plastic pots, and those you treated those a certain way, the
Well,
pots?
they have no bottom. I've cut the bottom out of them.
Okay, about a 3-gallon plastic container,
somewhere,
would you say?
Yeah,
Okay,
somewhere through there.
Good idea to corral those mints. Don't let them run rampant in the garden or they will take over. And right here is another really smart thing. Sometimes if folks are having trouble getting things to grow in some of these rustic metal containers, because they do get kind of hot in the summertime, but succulent plants like this purslane right here are great choices because they can handle that heat from the hot metal pot and do really well. Now this purslane will start blooming here in a little bit.
I think so. Yeah, I think it should.
And you,
It'll be
you
red.
save the seed of those?
Yes, I do.
your
From year to
purslane?
year, I save my seed.
Okay, and also from some of your other plants?
From my rose moss, I save it from that also.
Okay. Well, right over here, Pat, this is just a huge vegetable garden, and a really nice looking vegetable garden, I must say. And the fence here is well fortified, and that's to keep out certain critters.
Yes, the rabbits and the dogs.
Okay. Okay, got the chicken wire there and a little bit of barbed wire up at the top. Okay. And I really like the way your vegetable garden is decorated. You got these cannas around some of the sides, and got the Bermuda grass way back to keep that from getting in there, and the large hardy hibiscus. Those are just gorgeous. How long have those been there?
Probably about 7 or 8 years.
Okay. All right. I love those huge flowers. And right over here, you've got a neat little wooden trellis. So you've got a little Pandaria vine growing up. Where did you get that
That
trellis?
was from my daughter and son-in-law for Mother's Day. They
Oh,
made that
great.
for me.
Outstanding.
Yes.
Great Mother's Day gift.
Yes, it was.
Well, here inside your vegetable garden, you've got just a complete cover with all of these shredded leaves, and that works well for you.
Yes, it does. It holds down the weeds and it keeps the moisture in the ground. Works really good.
Okay, adds to that organic matter,
Yes.
and it looks good too.
Yeah, it does.
I think it's very showy, very
Yeah.
attractive
Yeah.
vegetable garden. Well, right here, this is the right way to plant corn in the garden. When we plant corn, we don't want long rows, we want blocks, just like you've got put together here, Pat. Just a block of corn. That way when the wind blows the pollen from those tassels up at the top, it'll fall down and land on the female flowers, of course, which are the silks of the corn ears, and we get really good fruit set on the ears of corn there. Well, right over here, I see you've got some really nice looking zucchini plants, and you've been getting a lot of harvest off of those?
Yes, I have.
Okay, got lots of good pollination out here and getting some of those tasty zucchinis. And your pinto beans, getting ready to do some harvest on
Yes,
those?
I am. I need to be doing that. Sure do. I picked some last night, and I need to pick some more.
Wow, they look delicious, those big plump pods of those pinto beans. Well, right over here is something interesting, the way you're growing your tomatoes, and I've got some compost going on here. How does this work, Pat?
Well, this is the wire, and I put leaves, put a lot of chicken manure, all my kitchen scraps go into it. The pipe down the middle has holes in it, and you put your water hose through there to water your plants.
Okay. Also helps that compost break down a little
Yes.
bit. And just over time, as that breaks down, some of that compost will kind of filter out of the sides there, just really build up this soil. And those tomatoes, I'm sure, get their roots up under there where it's cool, and that highly nutritious soil.
Yep.
And they look really healthy, look like they're doing great.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, Pat, I sure appreciate you showing us around. You have
You're sure welcome.
a wonderful place here. Thank you so
Thanks.
much.